it's not really fun to pick on
Also,
people.
he's been around so long, nobody gives a shit about
I
that
know.
anymore.
Yeah,
It's like making fun of Forrest Whitaker's eye. Who cares anymore? I mean, it's like nobody notices anymore.
Yeah.
We're used to it. If he fixed his eye, we'd all be like, who the f*** is that? I'm just saying.
I done told you about this woman. It's not because I'm targeting this woman. It's just shit is just happening with her. I'm trying to figure it out. Wendy Williams just got through talking about her last week and got through talking about her the week before.
What do you call it? Cleft lip.
Yeah.
Cleft palate.
Yeah.
He's got this.
Yeah.
He's got this. No, I find it to be very attractive.
Yeah, that's kind of f***ed up, man.
Nice, man.
Amber, you know I love you, girl. But why would you ruin your forehead?
Ruin. That's a matter of opinion. That's subjective. I don't know what the hell she's trying to do. I don't know if she's losing her, or if she's just doing this for attention, or she just got away with saying certain things for so long that now she's just amping it up. Amie Harwick is a psychologist, relationship psychologist that was sadly murdered, man. Oh. Yeah, and brutally murdered. I mean, she was pushed out of off of a balcony by a guy that she tried to have a restraining order on. This is her right here. It was a guy that she. Yeah, she got.
Yeah, wasn't she dating Drew Carey? Or she used to be she was
ex-fiance.
engaged to him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his ex-fiance. In fact, they're saying like he's taking a couple of weeks off of The Price is Right because he's just grieving that much. It's a horrible murder, man, that happened. And listen, I know that when we talk about things, sometimes we have a way of trying to, make humor out of stuff, even when it seems like things aren't there. But I think we know the limits. And I think, if anything, we feel, maybe we don't, that's not for us to say, but I think that we know our limits and we know how to actually say it, Yeah. Wendy Williams is somebody who apparently does not have that kind of skill or tact. This is her talking about this woman and talking about the murder, talking about the actual murder, talking about how she fell off of the balcony. Oof. And, I listen, like I said, maybe I'm not one to come in and say anything because I know that we toe the line too. No judgment on her part, man. Everybody can be forgiven for saying something. But while we're here at this moment, it was kind of an ugly way to put things, man. This is really, really tacky and distasteful, in my opinion, especially for people who are in the moment a day later or so still grieving.
She was killed not by Drew, but by the ex. Come on down.
No, she didn't.
Oh God, that's awful.
You goddamn right she did. Yeah.
Even the crowd was like,
the crowd who would usually give her some sympathy laughs, or they'll support her because they're in the audience and the sign up there is telling the audience to laugh. Even they were like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay,
because that's like, wait, was that supposed to be a joke? What just happened here?
It's almost like she said it, like somebody put it in her ear or something, and she said it, and she was like, "Ooh, I shouldn't have said that."
Or it popped in her head, and she didn't have that governor that goes
right.
No,
don't do that.
What it is, this is the symptoms of being a gossip person.
Yeah.
You gossip and say so much shit about so many people that you just start to get diarrhea of the mouth. Mm-hmm. You don't think anymore because you have the position of being, you're a gossip person. So, you get away with a lot more than other people. And comedians, don't get me wrong, comedians do this shit too and whatnot, but that's what I'm talking about. You got to know the time and the place and the skill when to do these kind of things. Apparently she has none of that.
Well, especially when, fresh off somebody's tragic death. I mean, tragic death, any death is tragic. Just right after death. Man, nobody's...
Their murder.
Yeah, nobody's in the mood for humor about that.
And it had nothing to do with Drew Carey.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing. It had nothing to do with him.
She had, had nothing to do with him. The only reason she brought this motherfucker up, the only reason why she brought Drew Carey up is because she wanted to tell that
stupid
that
fuck-ass
lame ass joke.
Yeah.
The shitty ass lame ass joke.
This is what I was talking about last week, man, with this woman. This woman gets up there and says all this shit, and I knew this was going to happen eventually. Y'all thought I was crazy for saying this, and it's like, well, man, you doing the same thing? No, I'm not doing the same thing, man. This is a woman who's starting to say some really vile shit, and people are not, and people haven't held her accountable for it for a while. As a person, I don't know her, but this personality is a very ugly personality that she's starting to have. She's starting to just make jokes at other people.
His face says it all. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Bitch, what'd you say?
Was pushed off of a third-floor balcony. She was killed not by Drew, but by the ex. Come on down.
A lot of people could look at this, and I can hear people right now saying that, well, she was making fun of Drew Carey, she wasn't making fun of the victim, but did you see how she made an emotion looking down?
Yeah.
After she said it, this bitch is up here making puns.
Right.
Yes.
Off of other people's tragedies, man. This woman was murdered. Hey, listen, I know you guys might say, well, you went and did this whole thing with Kobe Bryant, and you actually made a point of saying, hey, let's have some laughs and a good time. But I want you to notice something. We did that in memory and respect of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, not at his expense.
Exactly. So all this shit that y'all are talking about, like I'm a little too hard on Wendy Williams. I told y'all this shit was going to happen. And right now we're here. She's got a really just a warped personality right now for the things that she's doing. She's really she's doing this thing where at this point now she's and this is why that's why I'm talking about her. Because everybody shouldn't stop and notice now how harmful this is. It's not a point where she's just talking about people anymore. She's really hurting people. She's hurting people, man.
This is the comparison I make is Ari Shaffir, where he's coming out with his apology saying, well, this is just what I do. I say the most vile shit about celebrities whenever they die. That's just my shtick. And even his buddy Joe Rogan has come out and said, yeah, I don't know why he does this. I try to tell him this can only end poorly.
Yeah.
You do this and you keep trying to amp it up and be worse and worse each time. And for her, you're right. It's been this climb or descent, if you will, where she's done it. People have laughed. She's gotten away with it. So it's always, okay, well, I'm feeling a little bolder. Maybe I can step out a little more, or I got to say something. And here, there was really no reason to bring Drew Carey into it to that level, except her whole thing is I know celebrities. I'm gonna talk about celebrities.
Right.
Nobody knows this woman, but they know Drew. They know Drew Carey,
Yeah.
and I can attach this, kind of star my way to her with this, and then it's all twisted.
She is not a comedian, all right? She's a gossip person. Gossip
Radio
people
person,
sit back and they talk shit about people. They don't know how to make a joke about people. They don't do this to honor people. They do this because they want to slander people. They want to spread shit about people. She's a messy personality, man.
Slam people.
I'm telling y'all.
She's even
right now.
minimizing this woman's death by going, girl, somebody pushed her off a balcony.
The whole attitude, her demeanor.
Yeah.
Her demeanor.
Yeah, somebody pushed her off a balcony. Like, can you believe what she wore? I mean, but I'm saying that. If we're laughing, that's the same inflection as you would say something like that.
Yeah. So what's the public reaction to this?
Yeah,
What do you think
that's
it
a
is?
good
People
question.
are like, what the f is wrong with you? Yeah.
She being held. You said that she doesn't get held accountable.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Is it any more? Is this the one you think, or what?
She's been doing this over and over and over again. It was, and most recently people are starting to say something. It was like Joaquin Phoenix and his
hair lip.
His hair lip. And and it's the way she just did it. It's like I came in and said, listen, I'm not going to say that you can't joke about it, but there's a certain tact that you have to take, and she had none. Her whole thing was she's like, I think he looks good with that cleft lip. You know what I'm saying? Y'all? I mean, everything. You're right. Everything just is like, girl, can you believe this?
And nobody ain't talked about his cleft lip in 25 years. By the way,
that's the funny thing. It's one of those things where. Before 2000, you could do jokes like that, and everybody thought they were funny.
Right.
And we live in a whole new age now, where people are like, you know what? It's not really fun to pick on people.
Also, he's been around so long, nobody gives a shit about that
I know.
anymore. It's
Yeah,
like,
you barely
it's
even
like
notice
making
it.
fun of Forrest Whitaker's eye. Who cares anymore? I mean, it's like nobody notices anymore.
Yeah.
We're used to it.
We
If
act-
he fixed his eye, we'd all be like, who the f is that? I'm just saying.
Everybody goes to these moments where everything is black and white. It's like, oh, you know, a joke's a joke. Get over it. It's not. It's not, man. You know, there's certain ways you can phrase something. There's certain ways you can say something. There's certain things maybe you just need to shut the fuck up on. After that, it was her talking about. I'm sure she's done some things in between. There was something going on about gay men and how they're taking on women's places. And then that whole thing I was talking about with Amber Rose's tattoo, where she's just judging them. You know, talking about why'd you fuck your face up, and it's like, you know what? Her face is not the problem here. It's your mouth. You know, it's you just going off on people, judging people, having a very, very, very a cold attitude towards people's tragedies. Told y'all this bitch is crazy.
You know, she looked like that one woman at the Apollo. Boo!
Yeah.
Like when she was noticing, like, like you know when Richard Pryor's son was getting booed.
Third floor balcony, but by the ex. Come on down.
You know, I don't know in what scenario in her head she thought that was right at all. Out of all the 17 million dimensions in reality that Dr. Strange saw, where did she think that this shit? Where did that play out when I got to laugh? I don't think it any of them.
Because that's the kind of joke one of your shitty edgelord friends would make, and you'd be like, okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say it again, please. You know.
Like I said, my hope is not to. I think the difference between me and a lot of other people who are talking about this is that everybody says get her out, cancel her if she needs to be fired. I hope that she can learn a lesson and pull back a little bit. She's gonna do what she's gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, she's allowed to do what she wants to do. The way to get her fired is stop watching her show.
Yeah, and see, that's what's going to happen. If she don't stop this shit, man, it's going to get to a point where people are going to stop watching. It's going to get to a point where advertisers are going to pull out. You got like small little boycotts going on. But this is a point, where she's been given a lot of leeway, and now she's starting to abuse that. But it's one thing to do it to yourself, but to like cause other people to add on to the pain that people feel already.
Sure.
Yeah.
To me, that's disgraceful, man. And yeah, people are not about this at all. I can show y'all some of the tweets that are out there after this. One is from Jack Osborne, who was a friend of the victim here. And he says, "Hey, Wendy Williams, Amie was a friend. How dare you be so rude and shallow to make a quote-unquote joke out of something that is not funny in the slightest. She was tragically murdered. Yet you somehow tried to make light of that. Shame on you." For once, I'm kind of speechless behind this because I have no clue where she thought that was cool. None. The dumbest motherfucker out there would know that shit's not going to fly on public, out in public, on national TV.
Maybe she was drunk.
Yeah, maybe she's.
Yeah, I know. Ever since she had that heat stroke or whatever.
Yeah, ever since that.
Yeah, maybe her brain is fried.
Maybe she's getting high on fart fumes right now.
Passing out and farting. Those two things, man. Maybe we ought to give her a little slack. Her brain's all fucked up.
Yeah, she might be fried, man. Who knows?
Boom, pow.
Shit.
I don't know. That was just so bizarre. Like,
Isn't that weird?
The way she delivered it. Yeah,
the way she delivered it. It's like, is she maybe on some kind of medication?
Is she did? Yeah, maybe
she's just kind of sleepwalking through these shows and thinking like, no, I still got it. I can do it. Because it's easy to take a joke where you're walking the edge, and if you aren't in your right mind, like say you've had a little too much to drink or imbibed with something else,
or you're just way too tired, or
and you think you're walking that tightrope perfectly, and it's like, no, you slipped off way back there.
She might be, something might be going on because people have even said, "Are you on some kind of medication? That little heat stroke was that like a real stroke?" What is? If you look at her, I ain't trying to give her a pass.
Because even the way she delivered that,
because it was
half-hearted.
It was so like, I guess I'll tell this joke kind of. It was weird, but then when she did the thing there, then she kind of was like, wait, What happened?
Right?
Yeah.
Like seriously,
no.
Where the hell am I? You know, I mean, it was
Looked like
it was
she
odd. It was
blacking
very
out
odd.
again. Yeah, eyes getting all big and shit.
She was killed not by Drew, but by the ex. Come on down.
I mean, either that or she was expecting a big laugh.
Yeah.
And it didn't
get
come.
And didn't
no.
get
Actually,
it, and
that's what
that's
it
why
was.
she went,
There's a little more followed after that because she moves on quickly because she saw nobody was laughing and she just tried to, she tried to just rush past it.
Art Shafir took over her body for a second.
That's his power.
Yeah,
I know. That's
taking over your
motherfucker,
possessive
yeah.
Now, that's a hard movie.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Shit, the way she treats this, and she been like, did you see those shoes when she hit the ground and shit? I mean, this is callous, man. It's callous. I don't understand it, man. Well, y'all let her get away with it. She'll do something else just as stupid. Personally, I can't wait to see what's next.
I know. We'll sit back and wait for the next one.
I can't. I tell you, man, y'all gonna let it slide? Fine. It ain't hurting me. I can't wait to see what happens next. I can't wait to see what comes out of that little heat stroke mind of hers.
She's like, me too.
Yeah. Goddamn. I can't wait to see what happens with that fried brain she got.